Yes, thank you, Mayor. Councilmember Damian.
Here.
Councilmember Garcia.
Here.
Councilmember Hernandez.
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Avila.
Present. Hello, Lulu.
Hi. Mayor Estrada.
Here. Thank you. At this moment, I believe we are moving on to public communications. Chief Deputy City Clerk, do we have anybody willing to speak?
Hi, Mayor. Yes, we have one, Joey Ramirez on item number 1 in the closed session, and let me go ahead and try him now.
Great. And while you do that, I do want to remind everybody that during special meetings, we only make comments relevant to our items on the agenda, correct?
Correct.
Hi, you've reached 16267.
Sorry, I don't want that to go on record. Let me try that one more time. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. No worries.
Hi, you've reached 16.
Sorry, Mayor. It's going to voicemail.
No worries. Did you want to try one more time, or maybe we can?
Would you like me to? I can.
Yeah, go ahead. Maybe third time's the charm, right?
Thanks.
Hi, you've reached 1.
Okay, so it seems that our speaker is unable to be reached. So I believe at this moment we can close public session and we can move on to our presentation by Public Works Director Sam Gutierrez. Oh, I believe you're on mute.
Sorry about that. Yeah, hi, thank you, Mayor and council members. Let me start by sharing my screen.
Yeah, si te gusta, anímame.
There you go, John. Thank you. He's got it. Just let him use it. Yeah. Share.
All right, there you go. Is that coming through okay to everyone?
That looks good to me.
All right. Yeah, thank you. So thank you, Mr. Mayor, and good evening. Good evening, City Council members. I have prepared a short presentation to provide you with an update, sort of like a snapshot of the current capital improvement program, the CIP. So I like to start with a summary of the CIP. The active CIP is currently for the years 2020 through 2025. The budget stands at 20.1 million, and this is for the 5 years. The current fiscal year budget is 18 million. The budget covers about 50 projects, encompassing all departments. There is no fiscal impact to the general fund. As you can see here by the pie chart, grant funding plays the biggest part of the CIP, and then we also have MTA local return funds, and these are the two biggest contributors to the CIP, the current CIP. Okay, so this is a breakdown by department. As you can see here, Public Works has the largest share. We're at 15.6 million. The police department is at 279,000. Parks and Rec is 1.9 million. Administration is 10,000, and community development is at 91,000. So total is 18 million for this year. The bar chart here shows a comparison from last year to this year. As you can see, we've made a little dent there on the on the public works side and other projects, but we went from 18 million last year to 15 million this year from a public works standpoint. This is a listing of completed projects this year. Some of these projects are carried over from last fiscal year and completed this year, so I've included in here. The total cost for these projects is about $5 million. So these are projects that are completed and closed out. That comprises about 25% of the CIP budget. So for the sake of time, I'm just gonna highlight just a few. First, I wanna get started with the second floor remodel. This project had a total cost of $425,000. I'm gonna go through some pictures, but it was a complete remodel of the second level at City Hall. The improvements included remodeling of the lobby and providing ADA compliant counters and cubicles. There is a new housing interview room. There's an expansion to the engineering conference room. And then there's a remodel of the employee lunch area. And we did some lighting and installation of glass walls. So this is a picture of the new lobby. Here you see the remodeled engineering conference room. This is another view of the conference room. Here is a picture of the employee lounge area, and here's an expanded view of that. These are the cubicles. Incidentally, the cubicles sort of kind of fit with the new COVID guidelines. These are tall cubicles with panels and glass windows, and it protects the employees and keeps them socially distant. And then here's another shot. This is the engineering intern area and then some cubicles. Okay, next up, I want to talk about the Main Avenue Complete Streets project. This is phase 1A and 1B with a total cost of $4.2 million. This project is essentially a road diet that went from 4 lanes to 3 lanes, 2 through lanes and a center left turn movement lane. By eliminating that 1 lane, it allowed us to make room for wider sidewalks and bike lanes. The project also included safe routes to school improvements. And I'll go through some pictures here. So this is a high intensity safety crosswalk for kids going to school. Here you can see the high visibility bike lanes. This is right through our downtown area. And here's some example of drop tolerant landscaping. Here's more of that. Also, the project included making some improvements to the traffic signal at Arrow Highway in Maine. This is a new left turn phase signal that we installed to improve the safety there as as the commuters are making a left turn onto Main Avenue. And finally, the project included our first of many to come entryway signage. So this is the new type, and it's installed, and we're going to be unveiling this soon. So next up, I want to talk about Morgan Park. So there was 3 projects that comprised all of the improvements to Morgan Park this year. The first project, which was part of installing this shade structure and widening of the perimeter sidewalk to make room for more pedestrians. This was a project that was sponsored by Assemblywoman Rubio, and it was through the CNRA, California Natural Resources Agency grant. A second project that we did at Morgan Park was we improved and made modifications to the marquee sign. So we installed a high definition digital display, and we added some architectural elements to the structure. And then lastly, the last project there was a total rehabilitation of the parking lots facing Baldwin Park Boulevard and Ramona Boulevard. So this is This is the one on Baldwin Park Boulevard. So we redid the entire parking lots there. So this is a listing of 10 projects that are currently in development or about to start construction. Total cost for these projects is about 11 million. 2021 is shaping up to be a high construction year. We're going to be entering construction in many of these projects, the big ones in the first half of the year. So again, in the interest of time, I only want to highlight a few of those projects. But yeah, total cost is 11.5 million for these projects. First, I want to talk about the downtown beautification project. This is a $2.7 million project, and it will completely transform the downtown area. We are installing 36 new decorative streetlights, 3 traffic signal intersection upgrades with decorative poles. Those intersections will have decorative crosswalks, and there'll be some installation of site furniture. The pedestrian infrastructure will be greatly improved by providing safe and efficient non-motorized connections to and from the transit center. And the project will start in January. Next up is the energy efficiency LED conversion project. This project is already underway where the contractor is mobilizing. And this project is part of the larger city's energy efficiency initiative, and it will upgrade over 330 city-owned streetlights. When completed, the city will be 100% LED fixtures in the citywide. That includes the Edison fixtures and our fixtures, city-owned fixtures. This project in particular, with the 430 city-owned fixtures, this project will save the city about $20,000 annually. Total cost of this project is $425,000. And it's expected to pay for itself in about 7 years. Next up. This is our Pacific Avenue Rail Crossing Improvement Project. This is a $1.8 million project, and it will bring rail safety crossing improvements similar to those at the Ramona crossing that were done by Metrolink. The project includes installing quad gates and is part of a larger $7 million project that includes crossings downstream. When it's all completed, all crossings are completed with the safety improvements, we will be able to apply for a quiet zone designation. And we're expecting to start construction of this project in the first half of 2021. Finally, I want to talk about the public art installation. This project, we're calling it the Community Fabric. It is a large public art marquee structure that will be installed across Ramona Boulevard within the downtown area. The design of the marquee will be created from community participation and stories. The public art is similar to the papel picado style. Every frame that you see here on the structure will be an individual personalized plate and tied directly to stories from the community. Once we receive those stories and images, we'll translate that pattern and they will be integrated into the artwork. I think we can do about 320. And this project is scheduled to be completed in design and go into construction somewhere in the summer of 2021. So that's pretty much it that I wanted to go over, just to explain some projects that have been completed, and also point out and highlight some of the projects that will be coming up next year. I want to thank the mayor and the city council for their direction. I want to thank the CEO and the E-team directors for their support. Want to also thank our staff. They've been working really hard on these projects. And I want to thank finance staff. They help us out a lot with making the payments and working with the budget. And finally, I just want to give a shout out to Maria Moreno at Parks and Recs and Mark Sue at IT. And here's some logos of partners that provide a lot of the funding for these projects. So if the council has any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer.
Yeah, does anybody, do any council members have any questions regarding the presentation by Sam?
Mr. Mayor, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Councilmember Hernandez. Sam, as you're going through the LED street light and street lighting replacement, can you just, working with staff and the engineers, can we just make sure that we prioritize the lights that are along in the business corridor right there off of, say, Cesar Chavez and Ramona? Because if I remember correctly, they were still out. And those are dark spots on both over on the side of Miss T and also on the side of King Taco. So if there's a way to, make sure that those are replaced because they're out. And I know we have these projects that are going in, but I've heard enough from the community to tell me enough that they are dark spots. So if we can make sure that those are some of the first ones that get replaced, so we no longer have some blind spots there, because again, we don't have daylight savings coming for a few more months.
Absolutely. I actually have some good news about that. So that stretch of Ramona, that's going to be done as part of the downtown beautification project, and it's all going to be replaced with new decorative lighting. We have received all the fixtures and poles, and we have them at the city yard ready for installation. That project starts in January, so it'll be the first street lights to be replaced, and they're going to be LED as well.
Perfect. Thank you again.
You're welcome.
Great. Is there any other council members with any comments or questions? No, if not, I will say I'm excited for the downtown lights. I think it's got some lights in there, make it look nice, interesting. Hopefully people spend some more time down there. So thank you, Sam, for taking the initiative on these projects and making sure that things are running smoothly in the Department of Public Works.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yeah, thank you, Sam. And I believe that yes.
I just want to thank Sam and his staff and everybody that's been involved as well. I know it's been a long project, but you've put a lot of work and effort into it. Second floor came out beautiful. I haven't been there, but I like what I saw. Maybe we can get a grant and do the third floor too.
We're working on it.
Okay, thank you. You're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I agree with Mayor Pro Tem. On the third floor, of course, right? But on the second story, it looks very nice. I got to walk through it. I met Sam on the second floor, and then I did walk through all those areas. Very nice, very well done. Good job to you, and of course the rest of the team at the city. I believe at this point we will move to
Mayor?
Yes.
Councilmember Monica Garcia here.
Yes, go ahead.
Sam, I wanted to thank you for the safe routes to school improvements, the street improvements from the last round, and just looking forward to these new improvements. Obviously, infrastructure is so important to the quality of life in our community. So thank you for getting all those projects done and looking forward to this next round. So just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you.
Great. And at this point, if there is no one else looking to thank Sam, we will now for sure move on to our recess to closed session. All right.
Thank you. So yes, those included will need to sign off and then log in again on the closed session. Thank you.
See you all there.